Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So we're back on showing local games here. I got the finals for our locals from last Saturday, and funny enough, it is me versus my wife. Yes, my wife made it to the finals with her Armor Rush deck, and pretty excited for this. There is a little bit of coaching at like one point in here, but I try to fast forward through most of this because there is a little bit of slow play and things like that. So we're just trying to keep the game going as quickly as possible. So hopefully at some points it's not going too fast for you guys, but I will try to commentate the best I can so that way it's as clear as possible. Also, don't forget our memory marker this month is Gummymon here. This is handmade out of clay by my wife, hand painted as well. If you're a green fan or a Gummymon fan, or whatever, Terriermon, Garglemon, whatever it may be, this is a great memory marker just for general collection purposes. Also, goes with our Cocomon very, very nicely. This camera hates me. But does look absolutely adorable. Very, very cute little memory marker. You can find that on our Etsy page, link in the description below. Also there you can find all of our previous memory markers that we've featured on the channel, as well as some of our Battle Ready Ink merch. And there you can see the Gummymon in use. I always try to use whatever memory marker is in play for the month, so I'm always trying to cycle through stuff. Showing off the wonderful hand there of 3 Hammer Sparks, X Antibody, as well as a Davis. So what a wonderful going first hand here. We see that Davis for 4. Gonna go ahead and search. We got a looks like we got the Digimon there, and probably grab that rookie if you don't have a rookie in hand. Yeah, and go ahead and pick those up and pass turn to my deck over here, which we're playing X Antibody this format, and equally terrible brick, dropping that Dex Doru Greymon for 6. They had the memory fixer, so it wasn't like I was going to be choking them at all. So we see the that jamming Vmon come down that they added off the Davis last turn. So, and then going to hard play another jamming Vmon. So here comes all the rookies at this point. And then Evos for 2 into the Lydramon. Could suspend, but it'll immediately unsuspend. So no point in going there. So here we see the Doru Greymon come down on top of that Dex. Gonna slide in an Our Umon there. So it looks like it's trying to set up some early game Alphamon push. And as well as some Digivolve with some Alpha, which is very, very brutal for Armor Rush decks. Looks like they go ahead and promote up that Vmon there. Davis setting them to 3. No Upamon trigger here, but does have the jamming nonetheless, which is always very, very nice for them. Does have the Lydramon with that jamming Vmon underneath. Might be a good time for maybe a Fire Rocket. No, instead they're going to go into the Awakening of the Gold Digizord. So Evo any of your armors into the X Antibody Magnamon here. So for essentially it's free, but you pay 3 memory for the option card. So that's pretty nice. So a little bit cheaper actually, even than if you leave it on top of the Magnamon, and then just kind of shutting down the Alphamon potentially here, or at least attempting to. Here we see that Searcher Vmon here coming down, looking for a free type. Going for the Dex Dory Gray now for 1 Evo on top of the Dex, or on top of the regular Dory Gray, but gain that memory back. Goes ahead and pops the Vmon, and now we will see that Alphamon come down here and Digivolve the Magnamon. There you see the very upset. Thought she had a good play. Was not ready for that Digivolve coming. But setting the opponent to 3, that's kind of expected there, and still leaves the Alphamon open to swing here. I guess the debate is, do you swing over the jamming Vmon or not? Instead, though, goes for the Our Umon first. So going to go ahead and get rid of those sources, some of those sources there. So Digivolve's or Evo's for only 3, gains 4 back there. Does keep the Our Umon and the looks like the Doru Greymon, so it's going to keep that security attack +1. Goes ahead and clears the Vmon there. That on deletion Lydramon there will armor purge from that Our Umon. Very, very upset of losing all of her pieces here. So we'll clear that jamming Vmon, then swing into security. Hitting into a second Davis, though, probably not the most ideal, especially since they were breaking to begin with. And looks like picking up another rookie or the Flame Dramon. I could not tell which. But then passing turn, not exactly ideal, but it is what it is. So we see that Evo of the Vmon in raising area. That is the, I believe, the starter deck one, that if you have 8 or less, you can draw one. Or maybe it's 7 or less, you can draw one. And then Evo's that Flame Dramon, so getting set up for probably a decently big push here. I do see a Hammer Spark. And there's the Flame Dramon, another Flame Dramon coming down. So we'll be able to get that swing in this turn with the Flame Dramon. Cannot Fire Rocket, though, not with that much memory. So a little bit unfortunate there. Does not die in security, which probably isn't what they were hoping for. Really probably wanted that Armor Purge for that Magnamon. Oh, we do see a Hammer Spark here. Oh, double Hammer Spark. Wow. Going for a big choke here. So we see that the Vmon coming down. This is the one that searches duo color cards. Magnamon or Flame Dramon here are the picks. Does go for the blocker Magnamon, though. Probably needs a little bit of defense as low as she's getting here, but might not be enough anyways. Here we see a third Davis, second one in security. That Aoryumon will, or Aoryuken will unsuspend, though, with that Aoryumon underneath. It might not matter here. One last security swing, just a Magnamon, and Aoryuken will clean it up. So we will go into game 2 here. Actually having rookies this time, very important. We see that Dorumon coming down in breeding. And then Cool Boy here, doing a little bit of searching, does immediately pick up the level 4. So just going to keep building that stack on the following turn. So far in a pretty good position. We'll see if they open a little better. So yeah, they got a rookie as well. So already off to a much better start than that first game. Then hard playing a Davis to pass. We'll see if they can do anything better, though, if there's any kind of follow-up. Doesn't look... Reading through cards, always reading cards. I guess that's one of the better things about new players is they tend to read their cards and not just assume what they do, so they don't make as big of mistakes here. Do go ahead and promote up and get that Darugamon with blocker in play to shut down that jamming Vmon. So no early game freebie swings from that jamming Vmon. Does go ahead and promote up the other Vmon here, though. That Upamon as well offline. Should have less than 7 cards in hand, though. We see that Hammer Spark coming down here. And just going to hard play a Vmon. To choke the opponent at 1 here, and goes for the search, realizes that was not the Searcher Vmon they hard played, and did not have the other one, so is going to stick with hard playing that Vmon. All right, kicking it back over to X Antibody here, though. We do see the decks come down for 0 Evo cost. Probably going to pitch a card to gain 1 memory, and getting mocked here by my wife for being a combo nerd. So gain 2 essentially here, draw 1 for that Cool Boy. Then we see the Dora Gray come down. Man, just the combo potential here. Making a mockery of our memory markers on camera. Always fun times here. No effect from the Dora Greymon, though, it looks like. So chooses not to put anything underneath, but does go ahead and go into the Alphamon, which will grab that Aoryumon back underneath, so we'll be able to get some really big swings in here soon. However, that said, there is nothing to de-digivolve, so that's a little unfortunate. No armors to hit. And then, boom, just throws out that Kikaitis Breath. Like, you know what? This is what I think of you and all your shenanigans here. Because it had blocker retaliation from the level 4 decks. So there was no point in swinging with any Vmons unless you were prepared to give up 1. And then apparently did some really good damage with that. So having to play out the memory boost, trying to dig for a level 4, it looks like. Does not hit 1. Hits 2 Cool Boys, though. That's very rough. Definitely probably very needed here. Does pick up a rookie. Oh, but goes for the Congo instead. Chokes him to 1. Stare down happening here. Little smack talk. Grabs the phone. Puts me on hold. Alright, cool. Hatches the Upamon here. Evo's another Vmon, of course, in raising. Just going to play out that Davis, trying to set up for some big pushes. Has a massive whiff of 2 more Davises and a Fire Rocket. But is amassing a massive board. Like, you cannot deny that board over there is getting more and more terrifying by the moment. So needs to do something here. Just going to play the Dorumon and pray they get a Dorimon, right? Yeah, praying they get the level 4 here with blocker. Does not see it though, so just kind of in a really bad position at this point. I mean, what do you do? Do you just Congo again here? I mean, I guess that's the play. If there is a Congo in hand, I don't remember at this point. Nope, just playing a... Oh, decides instead to swing. Yeah, going to swing with the Ryudomon just for kicks. And then going to play another Searcher. Since you don't have the memory to keep it on your turn. Oh, there we see the second Congo going to the bottom of the deck there. Going to pick up the... another rookie, though. Another Searcher just digging for those level 4s. Could be a bad turn, though, for black. Attempts the Fire Rocket, but there is no armors in play here. Could promote the Vmon and Evo into an armor, potentially. Looks like they just drew into the Flamedramon, though, so pretty rough that they had to go into the Magnamon for that. Very, very sad here. Although I guess they could have promoted up, swung with the one of the Vmons that had the Upamon underneath, drawn the fire or the Flamedramon, Evo the Flamedramon, and then Fire Rocketed, swung for 2, and actually would have cleaned it up there. So very close, but can't predict what you're going to draw all the time. But sometimes it is best just to get those draws when you can. Not really sure why they left in raising area, though. Might have just been a new player mistake. She's not a new player per se, but is doesn't play as much as some of the rest of us do. But still, the fact that she made it to the finals undefeated to face me is saying something plenty. So I think there is definitely something to be said there. Here we see that Ryudomon coming down in raising area, just trying to draw into something. There is 3 bodies on field, 1 in raising, 2 security. Not looking good here. Still 4 to go through the opponents. Just going into the Dex Doru. Gain 1 back. Pop the memory boost. Just trying to do whatever at all possible. Go into that Doru Gray. Maybe put a Dorimon underneath to gain 1. Doru. Checking the opponent's trash for something. Not a clue what. Probably debating how many Hammer Sparks there are. Just puts the Our Umon underneath. Oh, the Dorumon's already there, the rookie on field. Okay. So yeah, gains the 1 back for that. And goes into the Dex Doru Gray. Going to pop the jamming Vmon here. And swing over probably the Vmon here just to clear as many bodies as possible here. But we do know that they have the Fire Rocket in hand because they attempted to play it earlier. Really need the blocker here, level 4. Doing all these Evos, still have not seen it. Ouch, that is super rough. Going into the Alphamon here. No blocker inheritable in this deck to put underneath. That is last format. Just going to grab the Doru Gray and pray that the security can handle all these swings coming in here. If so, then Alphamon will definitely take that game with the double swings and the security attack +2. Yeah, plenty to take it. But that Fire Rocket gonna clean things up for armors and then swing in with that rookie and take game 2. Love to see it. Love to see it. Always it's always an inspirational boost every time she can beat me. So and that, I mean, that kind of just shows you like there is ways. Oh God, but that's not how you're gonna win the tournament. Turn 1 pass. Instantly have the rookie. We see the level 4 Darugamon. This is a bad start. Just puts her hand down. Gonna take a drink. Just here we go. All right, popping off here. We see the Cool Boy as well. Gonna go ahead and pick up that whatever it was. And pass turn, choking them at 1 here. No rookie. Does have a Davis to dig. Will have a memory fixer at least moving forward, but still not seeing that rookie is very bad. Goes ahead and picks up that jamming Vmon. So another turn of Alphamon just getting to do whatever it wants here. Does go for the Doru Gray, though. Skips past the level 4 Dex. Slides in that Our Umon underneath. Gains 1 back for that Dorumon inheritable. Goes into the Dex Doru Gray for 1. We'll see if they pitch something. They do. Looks like they pitched a Ryudomon. Gonna gain that 1 memory back. So essentially making that Evo 0. And someone is having way too much fun over there. Gonna hard play the Dorumon here to draw 2. Just trying to get into whatever Mega is possible. Looks like no Alphamon was seen there. Although you always got to be careful with that Kikaita's breath kind of floating around there. Just going to play the Duo Tamer to pass turn here. Not a bad play, though. Mocking me again that one memory's not that much. Oh, but it certainly is against Alphamon. And that's all Alphamon needs sometimes to just absolutely pop off. So looks like debating some sort of plays here. Just going for the Darugamon to pass turn into a memory fixer. Not the best. Maybe could have swung with that rookie. Might not have been too bad. They've already got their Tamers in play at this point, so any more Tamers isn't like the worst. So that Vmon promoted up, gained the 1 memory off the Duo Tamer. Going to go ahead and swing in here since there is no blocker in play anymore. Hits into an Alphamon, the security Alphamon, making it so that Vmon can't attack for the rest of the turn. Goes into the Flame Dramon. Oh, fuming, absolutely fuming over there. Cannot Fire Rocket double swing with that Flame Dramon, which actually could have been super huge at this moment. And then just going to Davis here. Ouch, we're super rough. There we see a Kikaitis and a Hammer Spark going to the bottom of the deck. Love to see that, very much so. Going to go ahead and promote up that blocker, turn it into a blocker retaliation for the round. Going to gain a bunch of memory. And this is what I mean, like, when they do plays like this, it doesn't matter how much memory you put Alphamon at. When they go into the Dex Darugamon, they're about to gain a bunch of memory, especially with that Cool Boy in play. Any amount of Cool Boys in play, it gets super, super rough for the opponent, just because you're going to just have these massive turns here. Going in for the Doru Gray here, just still digging, still no Mega. Oof. Very, very unfortunate. It does gain that 1 memory off the Dorumon here. I believe it should have been 2 memory. I might have missed it. Looks like there's 2 Dorumons underneath there. Goes into the Dex Doru Gray. Gonna pop that level 4 there. Will Armor Purge though. Was not suspended because it did not get to make that second attack like it wanted to. So a little bit of board control, not the best here. We're going to see another Search come down here. Going to pick up another Dorumon here off that black memory boost. Will we see the swing with the rookie this time just to start putting work in? We see 2 level 5s on field. Nope, just going to play the Congo here to pass turn. I feel like Congo really isn't needed in this moment, but I guess if they've got the Vmon, that you have a blocker of retaliation, there's really no reason to Congo there. Unless I just missed all that, but I'm pretty sure they just Congoed at that moment. I say they, me. I don't know why I would Congo at that situation when I got a blocker of retaliation on board. Unless I missed that. Or was that the last turn? No, it should be this turn. Yeah, it was this turn. So yeah, that Vmon not being able to put any work in this round. So might have been a huge misplay if that Congo was just played just now, but I'm pretty sure it was. Here we're going to see that Magnamon. Yeah, that Vmon could have swung, gone into the Magnamon, unsuspend, swing with the Magnamon, like all kinds of nasty plays. Oh yeah, with the Hammer Sparks too, had all the memory they needed. Like literally, if there was no blocker here, that would have been game. Like now that I'm looking at this, oh my goodness, I got to pause this right quick. Like if that previous turn, if they had swung with the Fire Rocket Magnamon, done 2 security checks there, if they hadn't hit that the Alphamon there, and then this turn they would have had potentially even more, gone swung again with the rookie, evoed into maybe an armor, unsuspend with the Duo Tamer, swing again, armor purge, Evo again into the Magnamon, unsuspend. They had the Hammer Spark, so they could do it, and then swing again with the Magnamon. That would have left me at zero security at that point, and then you could have gone into the Magnamon X if you wanted. Ooh, wow. And choking me at 2 memory. Pretty, that would have been a pretty crazy play. Like, it's definitely some decently lucky, unlucky for them, lucky for me, though. We're going to see that Darugamon. Again, just cycling through the deck. We're going to see the Dex at this point. The Dex Darugamon. So going to discard something. Discard a Ryutamon. Gain 1. Cool Boy. Gain 1. Draw 1. Not just immediately popping that black memory boost. So I'm guessing still no Mega. And that X antibody now stopping any hopes of actually swinging into security if wanted to. So that Magnamon X definitely going to be putting in some work at this moment, holding the line right here, needing the Alphamon. The Alphamon's literally like the only thing that can save me at this point. And they're just going to go into the Dora Gray here to pass turn. No Doramon to gain memory back here. A decent round here for Armors to put in some work, though. Nothing has blocker anymore. Oh, no, I take that back. There's the Dex over there. Has blocker retaliation. So, you could still swing with the X antibody one, though, because it would just go, pointing it out that if they did block it, it would just go into security. Not the worst. Would clear that level 5 here. Yep, going to go with the Fire Rocket here. Do you block it or let it go? Let it go. 2 hits coming in. Ooh, 2 very good hits. There we see the Alphamon. No question. Immediately picking it up. And have a Black Memory Boost in play. Alphamon literally about to just absolutely explode at this point. Very dangerous position. Certainly for Armor Rush. Hard matchup for Armor Rush. It really is. All that blocker retaliation and the Digivolving and everything like that. It's definitely an irritating matchup for Armor Rush, especially at this point when it takes you that long to pop off. Like we saw, they just bricked at the very beginning. If they hadn't bricked at the very beginning, like Alphamon has, like they both bricked pretty bad, but it seemed like Armors could just not get over it. Debated the swing with Vmon there, but reminded of the blocker retaliation, decided against it, and that's what I was talking about at the beginning. There was a little bit of coaching. That was definitely a big part of it here. Here, also asking, like, which thing is the best bounce? I was like, well, the Aoryumon's underneath this. Like, that's, and you know the Alphamon's in hand, so it's something you don't want to deal with, although the Alphamon can just grab it back from trash, so there really isn't a best choice, all in all, in the matter. So either way, you're going to be in a bad position. So here we do see the Alphamon come down, going to Digivolve that Magnamon X, get it out of here to go ahead and deal with that. And then we see that Aoryumon, just like said before, gets to grab it out of trash, Digivolve the X, and then the Magnamon X, the Magnamon is suspended as well. Going to pop those memory boosts just in case there's like 2 Ice Wall, not 2 Hammer Sparks, an Ice Wall, something like that. Debating for the swing here. Instead of swinging, going to go into the Aoryuken first to get that guaranteed pop here of the Magnamon just in case. So swinging in for 2 security checks will unsuspend. Swing a second time because of that Aoryumon. Will the game be cleaned up right here? Going to swing in now with that Dora Gray in case it's a Kikaitis. You don't want them to Kikaitis to level 5. And then boom, swing for game with that Dorumon. Very, very close game. Literally, Armor Rush very easily could have taken that if they just popped off a little bit sooner than they did. And they probably would have had it for sure. So very close game. I would appreciate if someone would please congratulate my wife for doing as well as she did. Because, sometimes she was really upset after this. She really thought she was going to take it and win locals, which would have been awesome, but I can't pull my punches. I don't know how. So, still, though, great games, though. Here are the deck profiles, or the decks that were played. First up is the Armor Rush deck. Pretty standard stuff here, nothing too crazy. Maybe some level 5s could be worked in somewhere here and there. But all in all, it's just a pretty straightforward, very simple deck, very aggro. We featured it on the channel, I believe, before in this form. And then here is the Alphamon deck. And again, pretty straightforward. I will say, though, after playing Alphamon more and more, sadly, the old ones just do not cut it. The new one, being able to grab an inheritable out of trash, is less about the Digivolve, but the fact that I can just grab any inheritable I need at that exact moment out of trash and put it underneath is so clutch. And the old one is really good if you're playing the Sunoriza package. If you're playing Sunorizamon, and you can get that 13,000 with the old one and get that security attack +1. Like, the old one is really good for an OTK style strategy with Sunorizamon. But the new one then if you're not going to play Sunarisamon, then the new Alphamon is definitely seems to be the better choice here. And I will say, after playing, I'd still miss the Coda and Grumblemon, so I'll probably try to work those in next week. We do have a store championship next week, so that's will be the finals will be for our store championship. We'll see how that match goes, if we make it to the finals or not. Again, if we do, I might have to just concede and let someone else take that that invite for next week. We'll see.